And just like that, we're back. I know I missed last week, but I'm back now. We're going to talk about it all. Hey, everybody. I hope you are having a great Sunday and a great life and everything in between. Let's talk about RHOA. Like the like the video as the intro play.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. That's all. 1 and 1 got to equal 2.
Make it make sense. Hey, I love that. Make it make sense.
Make it make sense, boo.
Big moves.
Surfer.
Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense. Tell me how you squeeze it. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things that you say. Make it make sense. Tell me about the things of your dreams. Hey, let me work out all the things in between. Make it make sense.
Hey, I see you done made your way back over here on my page, looking and lurking. Yes, I know it's exhausting. She's still doing the same thing. She's still all that.
Still all that. Welcome, lurkers and all. Okay, y'all. We're going to have a good time tonight. I promised y'all I would let y'all know what's been going on with me. Well, I was outside last week. If you follow my Instagram, you can kind of see that. But, I try to be upfront with you guys so that you guys know, I'm a happy person, but sometimes, life just comes at me very, very fast. This week, I got a kind of shock when I found out that my older sister, who had also been a caregiver with me for my middle sister, had a horrendous accident, and it took me out. Life is very, very, very short. Tell people that you love them in real time. To have almost lost 2 sisters and a grandmother this year, it's been a lot, but I'm gonna keep my head above water. Thank you for everybody who reached out. I've kind of digested it now. I'm back to, I guess, kind of a caregiver role again, but it's not like the first half of this year. She's gonna make a full recovery. Thank you for the prayers that you guys have already extended to her. Life is crazy, but I could have gotten a different kind of phone call. So I'm just happy to say that it was not worse, but she's really beat up. So anyway, she told me I was like a CNA that didn't finish my courses. She said that day 1. So you guys know what I've been going through with this one. This one is not like Reddit Lane. Anyway, we're here for RHOA. Let's talk about this. Last week's episode, all I took from it was Marlo saying that she sleeps all day and her business hours are at night. And then she said, "Call me." I'm just saying what she said. It wasn't me. It was Marlo. She sleeps all day and she works at night. So no. But in terms of last week's episode, Courtney really gets on my nerves. I don't like her at all. I don't like her aura. She has a real mousy vibe. It's a mousy vibe with a high voice. I can't take it. I can't. I don't like her. I did not like that whole karma thing as it related to Kenya. That's just something really nasty to say. And then as her and Kenya were kind of talking, Marlo talking to Sheree, but then Sheree hushing Courtney and Kenya. I'm with Nene. Stop trying to make Sheree the anchor of this show. Stop it, because it's not working. It's not working at all. She's very annoying. Marlo's saying that her and Ralph are both in technology, so they both work for Best Buy. I think what Marlo would like us to believe is that she invested so well that she's making dividends from her investments. And low key, I give Marlo a hard time, but I can believe that that old man was teaching her some tricks.
But I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
And she taught him some too. Anyway. I told you I'm back. Look, Drew sending that to her husband so that her husband could approach Marlo. In all fairness, if y'all said that Ralph was okay to address Sanya's husband was okay to address Kenya, then Ralph is okay to address Marlo. If it's all fair, y'all thought it was okay that Sanya's husband, she's just so forgettable. Sanya's husband cleared Kenya at that table a couple seasons ago, so that was okay. I didn't like it, but y'all said it was okay, so whatever. Beatrice, thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, ma'ams, I've lost my dad and 2 best friends. I lost one best friend on the 3rd. Dad last August. I'm still grieving. Funeral this week. I am so sorry, Miss Beatrice. In therapy, you find out that these things are life experiences that everybody goes through. But Miss Beatrice, just like with you, it feels like our life experiences are happening at a very rapid rate in a small amount of time. So my heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. I am so sorry. I can't even imagine what you're going through. So you will have my prayers. Guys, drop your hearts in the chat for Miss Beatrice. And thank you for sharing your story with us. Thank you, Miss Beatrice. Again, thank you for the super chat. I don't ever think it's okay for a man to address a woman disrespectfully. I don't know that. Ralph did tell her to keep his name out the mouth, and we'll get into their whatever they had on the next episode. But for me personally, I didn't really hear, and y'all know I give it to Marlo. I didn't really hear Marlo saying anything too bad about Ralph, other than her and Ralph are both in technology. So, what's up, Z? Coming in all the way from the UK, from London town. Welcome. It must be like really late there for you, or is it morning? I don't know. I haven't been to London in years. I feel like it's 8 hours, 9 hours, so it's probably early morning. But welcome to a lot. Marlo didn't say anything bad about Ralph. Drew was reaching as always, and her arms are short, so I don't know why she's always reaching up. But sure, Drew. I am starting to believe that Drew, I don't know if she's acting or if she's just gotten really comfortable covering everything up, but it doesn't feel like we're getting a lot of honest moments from her. And really, Drew, we're trying to keep you on the show. So give us something more than lies. That's not what you want to be known for. If Marlo's calling you a liar, you know it's bad. But let's get into the fun stuff. Y'all know I have been struggling with RHOA, but I was so happy to see Cynthia Bailey's high cheekbones on my screen. I never have been so happy in my life to see Cynthia make a cameo. There's something that I realized that the show is missing, and that is Cynthia to kind of have Kenya's back and or Kandi's back. So right now, if Kandi's not filming, Kenya's kind of like on her own. She thinks Sheree is cool with her, but Sheree don't like you. Sheree didn't like you when you talked about her liens, and she is friendly enough with you to keep her job so that she can keep that house. But if it weren't for the chateau needing that mortgage paid, Kenya, she would not have anything to do with you. And it's proof positive in the way that she interacts with you with the other girls. So I don't know why Kenya is holding on. Maybe she realizes she needs to have more relationships with people on the show, and Marlo has kind of like gotten a solidified team. Back up off Sheree. She is not where it's at. What? Y'all picked the shadiest. And thank you again for the super chat, Miss Beatrice. I appreciate that. Again, thank you for sharing your story. Guys, we got about 300 people in the chat. We don't even have 100 likes. I have been watching Lovely T, Armand Wiggins. And I don't ask y'all for super chats. If you choose to, help out the channel, I appreciate it. I love it. And I love you for it. But the only thing that I ask for is likes. So moving forward, if you give me a hard time in the comment section about me mentioning likes, I'm going to go ahead and just block you. I'm one of the few content creators who actually goes through my comments, tells you guys to keep me honest, and has like dialogue, not only there, but also in the DMs. So when it gets to like disrespect, I'm probably just going to start blocking you. It is what it is. I don't mind dialogue. I don't even mind you guys keeping me honest. If you see something, say something. But if you're talking about, he talks about likes, I don't even ask for donations for the channel. Although I think I do want to partner up with, there's a kids back to school drive that I think I might want to partner up with Judy from the Bad Girls Club. How random is that? I don't know. That's my life. Random. Random. Okay. But let's get into it. Cynthia and them cheekbones. It did feel this was a more natural conversation to be had than what we saw later on with Kandi and Sheree. This felt normal. And I almost felt like Cynthia was finally saying she could get her turn with Kandi. Because, Cynthia's been wanting that for years. But I don't think that Kandi is into the girls who just kind of lay there. Cynthia would have to step her game up. Just saying. Cynthia would definitely need to step her game up. Yeah, I said Cynthia's fairness was really missing. So we find out that Mike was cheating, but how did Cynthia not see this? All of his friends were women. He had them beady eyes and that Ninja Turtle back, the Benzino neck. He just kind of seemed shady like this. Like that's what I got from Mike Hill. I never liked him. Yes, a pillow princess. Yeah. Cynthia could have been the anchor this season. I don't know if we can go that far, Brandon. But she adds something. And I did not know it until we had this cast. And I was like, it's falling short. It's falling short. Kandi saying she fought with everybody with Kandi, but Kenya, true. Kandi's movie. Kandi's naming this movie a lot on RHOA. And now that we have this whole Bethenny, Nene lawsuit and all this kind of stuff, y'all put in the chat. I know that Bethenny was supposed to be the only one with the Bethenny clause, but can you see Kandi having some type of clause in there that says that Bravo does not get a proceeds of the stuff that she promotes? I cannot see Kandi cutting Bravo a check. I just can't. Now, on the flip side, if she is cutting them a big enough check, then of course, that's going to more than solidify her spot. Easy to work with, gives you the whole family, and has all these businesses bringing in revenue for the company. But for some reason, I feel like Kandi would not let Bravo take a cut. So it is weird. But getting into this lawsuit. So y'all were giving it to me as I was talking about it, because everybody is really liking Bethenny. And although I really like Bethenny and I like her work ethic, I don't know if y'all actually remember the problematic stuff that Bethenny does. So I thought that I would just give you a little reminder.
I think that in Atlanta, they don't get to a point. It's good. Your weave is busted. Your tracks, your this, your ratchet. They just yell and insult to each other. You never get anywhere. You have to you're ratchet because, and here's my proof.
Nene's face on the screen while she was talking about the black girls is everything that you all needed to see. But she had all that to say about the black cast. But this was Bethenny on her cast, for those of you who don't know.
Hypocrite. You everyone. You are a slut and a liar and a hypocrite.
Oh, very nice.
And a snake.
That's Bethenny for you. But we're not done. We're not done. This was a tweet from Bethenny. Is excited to watch Real Housewives with a Z in the hood. Now will Sheree put a cap in Kim's ass? This is the Bethenny that all of y'all are going up for. Bethenny has been rewarded for her bad behavior year after year. And there is something to be said about why her bad behavior is more palatable. So when everybody is just like, oh, you know, what she's saying about Andy must be true. Bethenny is also part of the problem. She was producing the show from within the show. She's no saint. She also says, wow, Kmart has 2 registers open with 5 other employees standing around and 2 speak no English whatsoever. Shoes or Zapatos, right? Just saying. Now, don't get me wrong. I like Bethenny. I'm not even gonna lie. I watched New York to watch Bethenny give it to Ramona. But the thing is, all of these people are problematic, and that's the point that I'm making. Just thought I would give y'all the reminder. You know, Kandi, sir, how can you say what you don't see her doing? Do I know Kandi? That's the question. Which one of these housewives have I been talking to? The world may never know. Oh, and yes, I do know that Carlos did shout me out in one of his videos, and that's very flattering. But the most flattering part about it was that he knows that I'm fair. So the fact that he watches my videos, hears my critiques, and can still call me fair is everything that I needed. That was the biggest part to me. Anyway, yeah, not to sorry. This is Don Julio 1942. So your boy needed a drink. It's been a long couple days. Caregiving is not easy, especially for that sister. Anyway, I just thought I would throw that in there because Bethenny's had her moments. I still like Bethenny, but she had her moments. She's no saint. I'm fancy. No, I bought that for my friends. I bought that for one of my best friends who came into town, and I had that for like his birthday, and we took shots of that as a specialty. I did not know what it meant for Don Julio 1942. The only other time that I had it was in DR with that man Earl who was buying out the bar. And I said, well, if you're buying. And somebody hit me up saying that they want Earl's number because he said he was looking for a lady from the States. So I got to reach out to Earl and see if he really wants me giving his number out. We got like 400 in the chat. Definitely hit the like button. So I don't know. We move on to Kenya and Brooklyn babysitting. The most I could say about this is Brooklyn has to be one of the most adorable kids on Bravo. She's smart. We never really see her like crying. We did see her pouting a little bit because her mom was paying the new baby some attention. But other than that, I mean, this is like the cutest kid. And I love getting to see her as a mom. Now, Mr. E. Kendrick says, but when Nene was pointing this out, y'all trashed her and said it's her ego. Actually, I don't know who you're talking about, but what I did was say, I believe Nene. Did I question her motives and her timing? Yes. But I always said I believe Nene. And most importantly, I definitely wanted to see Nene's proof against Andy because she said she actually had emails where Andy had blocked her. So that's on the record. That was my stance the entire time. I believed everything Nene said. You gonna get off, you gonna get off Kenya. Just a cute kid. And the fact that they were both wearing matching Dolce & Gabbana, this kid goes to Paris once a year. This kid matches in Dolce & Gabbana with her mom, goes to the best schools, and has a mom who experienced what it meant not to have a mother. And if you are anybody who has not really had your parent in your life, what ends up happening is you typically become the antithesis of who your parent was to you. Meaning Kenya's mom was absent, Nene's mom was absent. So Kenya and Nene, I don't know about Marlo, but Kenya and Nene at least will probably be great mothers and do the exact opposite of what they saw their parents doing. But not by Okay, so you do like Brooklyn. And how could you not like Brooklyn? Oh, anyway, moving on. Drew's closet. Now, y'all tell me, I could have been wrong, but when I was looking at Drew's closet, I really felt that it was lacking. I don't think I have the picture queued. Oh, here it is. For a 10,000 square foot mansion with a 500 glass wine area in the bottom, I felt like this mansion could have used a little. This closet wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. Drew again is talking about kissing the girl. Drew, we all know you. Well, I don't know. At this point in the episode, I was with the rest of the girls. You kissed the girl, but Drew, she had some valid points at the end. We'll get to that. What I thought was interesting about this was the fact that Drew's assistant, Tony, was also Drea Kelly's assistant from Hollywood Exes. I feel like they are just recycling gay men now. So they don't have Miss Lawrence or Mr. Lawrence and Miss J or wait, that's Top Model. They don't have the fashion queens anymore. So now Drew then lost out Big Booty, who I found out it was not a butt pad. Anthony or Tony, whatever his name is from last season, that was Drew's assistant and Sheree's assistant. That dude had a BBL. And that dude also interviewed with House of Aaron, I think for a second time. And Aaron had to keep checking him because he was doing a lot. Guys, really quick. He is very disrespectful. And he made a lot of allegations. He made so many allegations that, hold on, where is it? Here we go.
I do that I see with my eye. I can say, because we see this season they're saying that she was kissing up on LaToya. So let me ask you this: is Ralph okay with her kissing girls?
Let me tell you something.
When they was in the marriage,
from when I was around her and Ralph, I can say that the sex life, from my ears and my knowledge, is non-existent. So
what you? Oh,
so yeah, he was always coming in and out of the house, different times of the night. That's why she always had, random people at the house watching the kids. He's always flying in and out of town doing tech-like things. So do I believe that they had other people in the bedroom? Allegedly, on my end, yes, I do. Did I see it with my eyes? No.
Okay, so you are assuming that their sex life was like out of 3.
I say
out of 10.
I probably say a 2 out of 10.
A 2 out of 10. Okay, and
I mean, who would want to have sex with her? Her body.
So do you? That is not nice. Okay, you
cannot.
You can't call these women no names, and you can't body shame them.
I mean,
he did too much. He did absolutely too much. He says that he has had lipo 360. He's going to go for his second round of lipo 360, and he's had a BBL. But you're talking about Drew being bad built. It was too much. But if you want to check out the whole interview, it's House of Aaron. He did it. And House of Aaron did a good job of like reeling him in. Somebody said that Cynthia and Kandi kissed. Cynthia's dreams came true. But where did they kiss? Too much, too far. Sorry. But this was what the interview was given with Anthony. It was disrespectful. It was definitely disrespectful. House of Princess says Tony is my best friend's cousin. He is a professional personal assistant. I don't remember if he was Drea Kelly's personal assistant, but I definitely remember him being on the show, and he was very entertaining and very funny. But it does feel like Drew always has so many random people that work for her. It's not giving authentic. And I know you're saying is a professional personal assistant, but I think probably he's better for TV. And that's why Drew is now having him as the new personal assistant. I'm just saying. That is his wife. Disrespectful. Whose wife? Who are we talking about? Let me know. Thank you so much, D Nurse. I appreciate you for joining the membership. Definitely. Y'all think I be joking when I'm telling you guys I'm gonna be doing my big celebration. I promise you it's gonna happen. I just have a lot of personal life stuff going on all the time, but I'm working on it. I'm working with the editors for my videos. Your boy is always working, but your boy is mentally exhausted and drained. So, but it's coming. D Nurse, you'll definitely be in the running for that expensive toothbrush. Because that's specific to the members. Thank you so much for the super chat. Q says SpongeBob Square Drew. We don't care them going to say was we don't care then going to say was edited. No offense to SpongeBob SquarePants. Please give us a whole new cast. We are over it. A story from 2 years ago. How dreadful. I have that in my exact notes. Literally, I have that in my exact notes. How are we talking about something from 2 years ago? Thank you so much for the super chat, Q. I appreciate it. We're done with the storyline. We're definitely done with that storyline. And the fact that it went all the way through these last 2 episodes tells you that they don't have very much content. Drew is... Okay, so let me stop being mean. Drew is trying to make us believe that she is concerned about her husband knowing that she kissed a woman. But in the divorce decree, and in the divorce decree that they just put out, and
But I ain't want to gossip, so you ain't heard that from me.
Cheating was alleged. So how is it good for the goose and not good for the gander? If he wants to lay it low and spread it wide from Tampa to LA, she could put her face in the place with Mimi's ex-girlfriend. Mimi probably would have let her put her face in the place. Mimi gets down like that. I don't understand why she's so concerned. I think it's that Ralph has some type of hold on Drew, or there's some fearfulness there. And I don't know if it's because Ralph controls the purse strings, but when I listen to them talk, they both give me like fast talker, and I'm not here for that. It makes me not trust you. But, I'm glad that Ralph's out the picture. I'm sorry that, there's children involved, but Ralph was not a good look. I'd rather her keep Mimi's girlfriend. It is what it is. Is Drew's mother ultra religious? Oh, yes. Drew's mom is ultra religious, but Phaedra was a certified freako on Atlanta, per her own admission. So I don't know what to tell y'all. If Phaedra could be, on that air mattress with Apollo while he was in the halfway house and getting knocked up, then Drew can do what she does with Mimi's girlfriend. Just saying. Y'all remember when Mimi lied and pretended like she wasn't on that shower ride by accident? And that she didn't know she was being recorded with a whole camera crew? Mimi is no saint either. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it was a love and hip hop lady who we all thought was at least decently classy, but a little dumb. Turns out she had made a whole Kim Kardashian tape and sold it and tried to pawn it off as it was an accident and it was an intimate moment that she didn't mean to put out there. Meanwhile, her and her boyfriend had sold it off to the bank. So Mimi's no saint either. Actually, shower rods went up, I think they said 1,000% in sales after Mimi did that shower rod scene. Just saying. Marlo. I don't believe Marlo's relationship with this man. Next. Done. Kandi and Sheree meet up. Kandi and Sheree meet up did not give me authentic whatsoever. Kandi and Sheree meeting up felt like we're doing this specifically for the show and only for the show. Cynthia and Kandi's meetup felt authentic. Sheree and Kandi's meetup, not at all. Kandi, they go back and forth, and we find out that Sheree got some work done. She got her boobs done twice. So then she fills in that she went to Kandi and Kenya's doctor, which was also no secret. Kenya got a reduction. And I want to say maybe Kandi got a reduction too. So what I did not like or appreciate was the lie, because she said Martell likes them. And Martell then already told us that Sheree is just his friend girl and they have never had any intimacy. So how is he liking them? Maybe Drew likes them. But not Martell. Not Martell. We're still talking about Drew denying the kiss. Now Kandi is mad, and now Kandi is even thinking about retracting her spot on Drew's spot on the show or the movie that she's creating, and Drew is saying she doesn't care if she's not in it. I think that Drew would care now that she's not with Ralph and the money ain't flowing in. Martell said it's a 10-10 bedroom. Martell said that he was not intimate with Sheree. So where did you hear that? Let me know. Because I was all over the Martell Sheree thing. I watched all of his interviews. Let me know, Pink Kitty. But yeah, again, I just keep putting it feels forced. Everything that they are talking about feels forced. And it goes back to what Nene was saying. They're trying to make Sheree the anchor of the show. We know that Sheree is actually sitting next to Andy this year. Why? They're trying to make her a thing. And if she wasn't a thing in 2008, when the show started, pushing her to the forefront now is not going to happen. Just saying. Sonya's sister. She's not my... Well, first of all, Sanya's not my favorite. Her sister definitely isn't my favorite. But to hear her complain so much, but you're in your 30s with a whole husband and I believe 2 children, and you were saying that you have never gotten your own apartment, your sister got your apartment for you. So all these complaints about Sanya's not my favorite. However, I know that Sanya has been the anchor for her family. I know that Sanya probably was not charging them rent. And now we know you didn't even have your own apartment. You use Sanya's credit to get your apartment. But you're always complaining about your sister. I don't like that. I'm extremely close with my family, and I would probably give anybody in my family my last. To know that you have been supported so fully and completely by your sister well into your 30s, and it's just I don't like it. Kandi's party. I'm trying to see which pictures I can show. They really wanted us to see this. We all know Kandi's parties are gonna be, a little sexual. The fact that we have 10 years of bedroom Kandi, and she says she's made hundreds of thousands of people OG. This woman is rolling in the dough. This woman is definitely rolling in the dough because these toys are not cheap. People just, people like to take a bite out of things on this show. Oh, okay. It says member for 1 month. Thank you so much, Miss 18 Land Stand. Never had a place is sad. I had a place in college. Saying your sister husband seems like a bum. Sorry. Look. You said it, but I don't like either one of them. So I'm here for it. And another thing, y'all be giving it to me. When I started calling nose ring and texturizer, y'all got all in my comments. That's his natural grain of hair. I don't know. For his name is going to be texturizer with me. And that's it. And it ain't changing over here. I said what I said. Mims, bedroom candy is a pyramid business. I do think that they have, you start at a level, the people you bring on sell, and then you move up to the next level, right? I think that's what she says. T.S. Madison pops up. Now, I like that they gave T.S. Madison some moments on here. Could I see T.S. Madison with a peach? No, but I could definitely see her in a friend of role. She has enough of personality. It was very funny when I looked and started seeing that they had T.S. Madison here, but the first bedroom candy had B. Scott. So Kandi is always reaching for the girls to come on. Kimmy, thank you so much for being a member for 3 months. I can now see these. It used to be you could not see when a member put their, I think once a month you get to get a highlighted, like a super chat. I couldn't see these before today. So now I can see them and highlight them. So if you're members and you want to highlight something, there's a way to do it for free. Thank you, Kimmy, for being a member. T.S. Madison is not classy, nor is Marlo. Nor is Courtney. Sonia is classy, but she's boring. I'm not going to lie. I lived for this moment.
I'm uncomfortable with it. Now, does that make it wrong? Because I don't want a ding-a-ling, or I don't want a dildo, or I don't want to be vibrating. That doesn't make it wrong. That just make it ain't my thing. But don't.
It just make it ain't my thing. This was a fun episode because I was so happy to see Cynthia. I was just okay with seeing LaToya. LaToya, you didn't learn your lesson. You came in on it, but you could have came in. You look great. You should have just, sasayed through the party, hobnobbed with the people. You came across as thirsty. I want to know, you're talking about my name. Like your name is like your reputation is stellar. Ma'am, sit down. Just sit down, ma'am. So Kandi was saying that her new peach goes underneath the balls. Okay. Now, as a virgin, I'm taking notes because, this year might be my year. But it was very interesting to find out that not only am I a virgin, but so is Marlo. We're Aquarius and we're virgins. So, it is what it is. All those jokes I was making about her business hours being late at night, all erased. Marlo is a virgin. Marlo is definitely a virgin, and Nene does not want a dildo up her ass.
Dildo up my ass today. Okay? So I stripped, and I'm not putting a dildo up my vajayjay. In the discussion.
It does.
Okay.
But you
I was a stripper, and I liked it. No shade, but that's why they get sued now. What happened? LaToya is pregnant now. I had a picture. I don't think I have it queued up. LaToya is pregnant by that little dude who was walking behind her. She already has 3 cute kids. She was always talking about Fallon, but LaToya seems just as fertile. And she has, if not close to just as many baby daddies as Fallon. The only difference was LaToya's baby daddies are broke. So, you know. But her children are super cute. Exactly. What club was that at? Let's talk about being a stripper. I'm a virgin too. Okay, well, welcome to the club. Definitely. Welcome to the club, Sherry. It's a great place to be. We get to find out that Kandi and Todd like using the strap. That's their favorite. We move on to Cynthia kind of talking about her fallout with Kenya from Ultimate Girls Trip. We've kind of beat that dead horse. What I will say is I did not know that Cynthia's mom had been diagnosed with breast cancer. I hope that all of that has been cleared up and that she is cancer free. I didn't know about that. I like that Kenya and Cynthia are back together. Even though Kenya was my favorite, I could kind of see the divide happening on Ultimate Girls Trip. Although, to Kenya's defense, Cynthia was getting on my nerves on Ultimate Girls Trip. So, no, not a strap on, just a strap, like a strap. Like she's in front and he's behind and you're just getting some extra friction. Not a strap on. She said it was the strap. Y'all are doing a lot. Y'all are nasty, and I don't know if my virgin ears can take it. Drew and Kenya, who wore it better? Let's see. Do I have it? I know it was fun shade, but I think so many people make fun of Drew's body. Yeah, like a harness. So many people make fun of Drew's body. I just didn't like the comparison. I feel like it's important for Drew to feel comfortable in the skin that she's in. And the comparison with Kenya, even though I know she was just joking and it's light shade, with Marlo always calling her bad built on every episode, it just feels like a low blow. She already said that her stomach comes from when she was pregnant and she has some type of illness, so she can't like help it. So I know Kenya was just having fun shade, but Marlo wasn't. And so I'm still going to give it to Kenya. But you know, this is what we're coming to on RHOA. Who wore it better? And throwback clips of Nene not wanting a dildo up her ass. That's where we're at. Marlo and Ralph toasting to speaking on facts only. I don't know that I would feel comfortable with Marlo talking to my spouse without me being there and then talking to my spouse about me. It just no, I did not say strap on. She said their favorite is the strap. That was what it's called, the strap. You know, like when she was riding Cynthia. Oh, we don't even have 300 likes, but we have 900 watching. Do what Satra says. Like the video. No, yeah, y'all literally. Kandi was the one that said it's called the strap. I was not. It's called the strap. Not a strap on. And if they do use a strap on, more power to them. You never really know. 4 from Black Ink Crew is now in the top 0.1% of OF, meaning he is probably making like $1 million per month to walk around with a dog collar on and a dog face mask thingy and to be put in a cage. Probably like $1 million. Like literally. Probably like $1 million. What happened to the mommy makeover? I don't know. I don't know about what happened with Drop It with Drew. I just know Marlo kept talking about her being bad built the whole episode. And I don't like Marlo and Ralph having private conversations. LaToya confront, not sign me up. All money ain't good money. Lavender Sunset, have you used any of Kandi's products? Let us know. What for? Four from Black Ink Crew. He was one of two brothers. He had a really, really pretty girlfriend. Or it might have been his baby mama. I think it was his baby mama. She was like brown skin, super tall, very, very pretty girl. They made a very attractive couple. But Four is into being submissive. And now you can see all of his photos where, you know, he does stuff that people never expected him to do. And he's doing it for OF. And he's making a lot of money doing it. Just saying. A lot of money. So if you see somebody being walked like a dog in the streets of Atlanta, it's probably Four. So LaToya, going back at it with Drew. Asking Drew, well, what did you say? And Kandi being mad about Drew basically saying she didn't see what she saw. I don't know if this is the sword that any of them want to fall on. It's old. I don't really care if Drew kissed a girl. I don't care if Drew all the way cheated on Ralph. I don't like him. I don't want to, like, what are we doing here? Marlo sitting around trying to find out if Drew kissed her. Texting Drew. This stuff is childish. This stuff is exactly what Nene was talking about. Get rid of most of the cast. Keep Kenya, keep Kandi, and get rid of the cast. Or do a whole new cast. Do something. This is not working, Bravo. Marlo, given the opportunity to just run amok in the palace, is doing too much. It's doing too much. I don't even... Every week, I'm like, this is horrible. This is what Marlo having a show would be. And it's not just on Marlo, and it's not just on the side. It's like these girls now just live to try to read each other. They're all looking for a punchline. They do not actually like each other. And what's weirder is Courtney being all up in Marlo's coochie. That's what's extremely weird. Because Sheree was your entry point into the show. But I think Courtney is smart enough. She says she works in public relations and crisis management. She's smart enough to see that Sheree ain't where it's at. So what do? You go hide in Marlo's bush. Like Robin and Giselle. Nothing that anybody says makes a mark to Courtney except for Marlo. And when Courtney is going at it with somebody, Marlo's right there to defend her, egg her on, and make snide comments under her breath. It's not a good look. It's just not a good look. It's a mouse with a high-pitched voice. That's Courtney. Real mousy and annoying. Like a mosquito. Like buzzing in your ear. I'm with Kenya. Like, I wouldn't even give her the camera time. But Sheree telling Kenya to be quiet and table this when Sheree was the girl in the, like, I don't like the Kenya and Sheree fake friendship. I don't like it at all. I don't like Courtney and Marlo. Sanya is a snooze fest. Sanya was not a good replacement for Cynthia. I did like that Sanya told Marlo that she did not like that Marlo had recorded that girl and sent it to somebody who was not in the cast and on that trip. But the fact that Marlo said I would do it again and ignored her just tells you that that's not a reciprocal friendship. There's no reciprocal agreement in that friendship. So Sanya being the voice of reason, it falls on deaf ears. And it's also, it's boring. Just saying. Marlo's peach is a prune. It ain't, Bonnie, it ain't dried up. It's just a straight up prune. But she is a virgin. Drew's saying that Kandi lied on her. It wasn't until we get to the very, very end of this that I was kind of like, okay, maybe Drew has a point. Because I do remember Kandi reneging and saying if she thought she saw something wrong, then she apologizes. Then LaToya was adamant on the after show saying they never kissed. And then all of a sudden, once they get to the reunion, she's saying they kissed. So Kenya wasn't actually there to see it. Cynthia didn't see it. I don't believe anything that comes out of Marlo's mouth. So Kandi saying that she saw it and then reneging, maybe there is some truth to what Drew said. Maybe, let's not forget, everybody was drunk, but LaToya's nasty ass had been throwing up and making out with Portia. Y'all remember which one of you bitches is eating me tonight? Peach juice. So Toya had dabbled in the peach juice. Apparently, she didn't like what she tasted, and she threw up. They made out. I can believe that LaToya tried to make out with this woman, and Drew didn't want to. Why are we forcing this married woman to admit this? I don't get it. Now with Kandi, y'all get on me all the time, but I believe her. Kandi is not a reader. Kandi reads you with your truth, right? So I believe her. So when they played that flashback of Kandi apologizing, I'm like, maybe there was something. You know what I mean? Like Kandi said, she was not interested in seeing those two kiss anyway. That did not do it for her. So the verdict is still out. But what I am happy about is Ralph going to not be on my TV screens very much longer. I am over him, and I am over what he has done to Drew. Gaslighting this woman for as many years as we have seen her on television. Okay, now we got a subject matter expert in here. From what I recall in all of these stories over the years, Toya threw up and went to bed. Everything happened with Toya before she threw up and went to bed. Oh. Now, this is the Kandi aficionado. This is Kandi's media manager. So she would be the one to have the inside track. So Toya had not thrown up before. Okay, well, maybe it happened. Maybe it happened. But either way it goes, Blockhead Ralph is out of the picture. And I am more than happy to see that happen. Not tell it, Jamie. Thank you, Jamie. It is what it is. But guys, like the video. I much preferred this episode. We need Cynthia back ASAP because Sanya is not a good Cynthia replacement. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Like the video on your way out, and I will see you guys next time. I do have a video coming out. I don't know if I want to do it live or not, but it's about Lovely T and her being targeted. And I think she's being targeted because she's a Black woman doing it and doing big things in a space that is typically more male driven. So I don't know. I might do that one live tomorrow. If not, I'll drop it as a pre-record tomorrow. But I don't like what is happening to her. And I think it's happening to her because she's being targeted because she's a Black woman. Why are we wishing Black women, i.e. Marlo, not to have a job? It's on Bravo's dime. Who cares? Let them employ Black women. Nope, my opinion still stands. I don't like her. I want them to have a new, I would rather them have a new villain on the show. She's not my favorite. Why are we wishing Black women, i.e. Marlo, not to have a job? She says she has many jobs and she works in tech. I'm going off what happened on the episode. The next day, Drew even went in the room with Cynthia and mentioned that she got sick, but she was still down there before them. Look, I don't know. You probably have the inside track, but I want Drew to get a new storyline. And Drew is coming off consistently like she's hiding something or she's evasive. And that is not going to endear you to the fans. So anyway, I'll see you guys tomorrow. You guys can put it the replay gang. If you want me to do that Lovely T video live, maybe during lunchtime or pre-record it. But see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.